We see a couple of things at this setup. I think he's crowding the ball a little bit for his posture. That's why his head is down. We'd like to see the back be a straight line up the back with the head on that line. In order to do that, he's got to step back a little bit. That way his hands can be out, maybe more out in here or under his chin. It's going to be in a little more comfortable position. It's going to be easier for him to swing freely. When we're real young, we can jam up tight like that. But as we get a little older, we need a little bit more room to move. And I like to see him moving a little bit better in his swing. Let's just go ahead and take the swing back. Before I do that, I will draw in the swing plane, which I'll draw in let's draw in a nice color that kind of matches his shirt there. We'll go right up the line. There's a nice parallel. There's the swing line. Notice how his belt is tilted forward. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's really good. We'd like to see the head up a little bit so there's room for the shoulder to make it under the chin. Okay, let's advance it a little bit. Does a nice job right here. Notice the club is right on the swing plane line. He's done a great job there. He's kept his spine tilt good. It's going back now. The problem is because his chin is in the way, you can see the shoulders can't go any further. The chin is in the way. He needs to get his hands up at least to about here, maybe even higher. I'd like to see his hands get above his head. This is a full swing. This isn't a little chip shot he's doing here. And one of his issues is he's very short. He's gotten shorter over time. So we worked a little harder over the next hour or so to get him to be a little longer. He drops the club back down on the plane pretty nicely, so his mechanics are in a pretty good sleep. But you can see now he's even more jammed in than he was before. He needs to be able to get that right elbow over in front of his hip, not behind his hip or outside of his hip. And he's jammed up, he can't do that. Then his head follows the swing. So his head is following the swing, and he's coming up on his right toe. That's not a turn, that's just kind of lifting up on the toe. Notice now that his spine is tilted way more than it was at setup. Maintain his spine angle pretty good there. So I think if we can get him to back up a little bit and keep his right heel on the ground at least a little longer through impact, I think he's going to have a more freewheeling swing. Nice finish.